Hey guys, Corey Peckford here. You can see Krebs housing market stats here around me on the billboard. Some interesting numbers came from this report that they recently released for the November stats. So the total sales are down to 1,650 units for the month of November. That's a year over year decrease of about 22%. When you compare that number, that 22%, to the 10-year average, so we're still about 12% higher than the 10-year average. Sales have also pulled back over the last 6 months. We've seen a decrease in sales, but it wasn't enough to erase the gains that were made earlier in the year. So we're still about 10% higher year over year. Something else interesting to note in this report was the surge in demand is in the condominium and row houses. So we're seeing less demand on the detached higher price, and we're seeing more demand on that lower price point. And that's obviously because we've got interest rates that have come up, reducing people's buying power. So we're seeing more demand in that lower price range. What they're seeing with some buyers is they're actually putting that buying decision on hold right now. And I think it's just because it's hard. If you were qualified to purchase something, a detached house, and now you've got to reconsider and you've got to maybe lower your expectations. So some of those buyers are actually just sitting on the sideline right now, and it's kind of reducing the buyer demand a little bit. Inventory is at actually a 17-year low. So we haven't seen inventory this low in the month of November since 2005. In most neighborhoods in Calgary, we're well below that 2-month inventory supply. So the tightest conditions is in that lower price point range. And we're seeing inventory creep up a little bit on the higher price point range on those detached homes. Another interesting part that they covered in this report was that prices have pulled back in the market overall, but we're still about 10% higher year over year. So even though they have pulled back in the last few months, we're still actually 10% higher. It's a very interesting market. It's changed quite a bit since earlier this year, and it still remains a seller's market in most areas of Calgary.